No, I do got a little something else for you here.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me see it.
The wildest dads in the wilderness hat.
It's a good looking color too.
Two dads on a mission, chasing magic through the parks. From rope drop to the fireworks, lighting up the dark. Yeah, we're the wildest dads in the wilderness on the ultimate ride. Buckle up, the adventure starts tonight.
What up? What up? We're back. We're the wildest dads in the wilderness. I'm Landon. I'm here with my co-host Caleb, also known as the Disney Dude. We're just two Disney dads coming together, talking a little bit about Disney, the parks, news, games, rankings, lists, and whatever else we can come up with. What's going on, Caleb?
The Disney dude. I think that was my Twitter handle in like middle school.
Yeah, it was.
Uh, Nobody's called me that name in a long, long time.
I feel like I've said it in one or two of my intros. It's always my easy go-to.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
had a few people call me that, but it's usually not a. They're usually not hyping me up.
Yeah, I got you on the pod,
I'm good
man.
with it in this context.
You're the Disney dude on for the pod. I'm the non-Disney dude for the pod. So
That's fair. That is
what's
fair.
been going on?
Just my big man had a birthday. I've got a 9-year-old now. I'll tell you
That's
what,
freaking crazy, dude.
I did my shoulder in like I don't know 6 months ago, and we went to this Activate Games place where you got to throw. Like it wasn't like hard, but you got to throw a ball. And we went in there, and we were there for like an hour. And I kid you not, like it felt like I pitched 9 innings. Like I spent like 3-4 days, like just arm killing me. I tried
That's so funny.
I tried to throw the ball for the dog yesterday, and like couldn't get it done. Like felt bad, but
Yeah,
nah,
for those who don't know, we
really good.
both play little baseball back in the heyday, and dude, I'm the same way. We got like a rock flower bed in the backyard, and every time me and Brody go back here, he's like, "Throw it up in the trees," and like for the next 3 nights, I can't sleep on that shoulder. I'm like rotator cuffs just smoked. Don't know what to do with it. Ice and stretch, and it's bad.
Yeah.
Age is catching up with both of us.
No, I do got a little something else for you here.
Yeah, let me see it. Let me see it.
The wildest dads in the wilderness hat.
It's a good looking color too.
It was a good. I don't know if you can hear me. I just moved the mic.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a good test run. There's things about
Yep.
it I don't love. Like you can't read that writing. There's no way you can read that writing. I thought the patch was gonna be a good deal bigger, about like that.
Hey, the podcast is listening to you.
Yeah, if you're on Spotify, apologies. We'll quit talking about what's on the screen in a minute. That and
We'll post some pictures of it.
Your beard is like straight orange.
My what
You can
beard?
tell that. Yeah.
Oh, on the hat.
Yeah. No, not in real life. On the hat.
I did. I
But-
saw that in the. Yeah, I could tell it was like that in the some of the logos.
It,
That's a good looking hat.
it was a little orange in some of the logos, but like this is in person. Like this is like somebody took an orange crayon and colored you in.
Yeah, I like that. I
But
like
no,
the,
I'm for a first draft. I'm not going to go passing these out till we get it to 10 out of 10. But I'd say this is 7 out of 10.
that's the Richardson style too. You like it?
Yeah, no, I do. I can dig it.
Good looking hat.
Well, should have our shirts in sometime soon. I think 2 of them are ready to roll. One of them's the hold up. So excited.
Yeah, we're gonna demo some stuff and see what we're
See
wanting to
how
put out
they
there.
look.
Yeah.
I already
So you gonna
promised
get on
one to
with
my
the
dad,
show?
so. Yeah, I'm gonna find some buttons. You know.
We need like a drop board.
There's a little bit of theme park news that we reckon we should talk about.
What I really need to do is just go through, and the problem is that they have a bunch of pre-made stuff in the media board, like that's just already. So it's like I'm just having to scroll through a ton of stuff, but I can delete that stuff. I need to just take the time and go through and delete it. But all right, the only bit of news that I have today is all of the songs have been released for the new Muppets coaster.
I did see that actually.
We've got all of them featuring the Electric Mayhem, the Muppets band. So we've got Song 2. The list I'm looking at doesn't have the bands, but that's by Blur, normally. Born to be Wild with Electric Mayhem and Camilla the Chicken. Love Roller Coaster, Electric Mayhem and Jennifer Hudson. Rock to You Drop, Electric Mayhem and Def Leppard. And Walking on Sunshine, Electric Mayhem and Kelly Clarkson. I think that's going to
Yeah,
be pretty sick.
it'd be good. Not too familiar with, not like, I mean, obviously I know the song's nothing I jam to on a daily, but when you get in the ride and it's blaring at a 10 out of 10 volume, those will be some pretty good jams to take off.
Yeah. No, I heard I think I heard like an Animal, not Animal, whoever was, a Muppets version of like Blur 2
Hmm.
or a Song 2 that sounded awesome. And, I think they'll all be pretty good.
Yeah, they'll definitely
They had
be
a
the
lot of
best.
fanfare about it too. I mean, they looked like they had all the folks coming in to hype it up and the influencers and whatnot. But
Yeah, I saw a vlogger that had went to some get together that they demoed all the music and kind of a lot of the local, I guess, Orlando vloggers were there, and I think we'll be starting to see a lot of stuff over the next couple of weeks coming out. They're supposed to be demoing the ride at some point too. They don't have a date yet, but a lot of those same
a
influencers.
date came out today with the songs. It's May 26th.
No, I'm saying the influencers are supposed to get to like pre-ride it.
Oh, the pre-ride date. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably hear how good it really is, before then. So see how it goes.
I mean, realistically, I think I'm more interested to see the pre-show and the. Hey, it looked like there's even going to be maybe a little bit of a post-show, where you get off and like Electric Mate, you've made it to the concert, and they maybe have animatronics or something out there. It's kind
Yeah,
of
that
what they
was
kind of teased it a little bit.
It was definitely something they're missing with the original. It's just kind of like you're on the way to the show, then it's like, all right, back to the
Yeah,
park you go real quick. So
yeah.
that'd be
I
cool.
mean, yeah, ride's going to be kind of the same thing, but I'm interested to see how they tie it in. Is it going to be like the exact same storyline, and you just go in, which I'm good with. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the Muppets thing. They go and they do Christmas Carol, and they just make it funnier. So
Yeah,
I can dig it, but we'll see.
it'd definitely still be a staple in Hollywood studios for sure.
Yeah. All right. The
So
other news, not really. Nah, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I kind of teased you with I got a question for our next trip to Disney World, and my question is, so I was got to thinking, my family kind of sleeps in. We'll always kind of schedule a breakfast or plan on a breakfast, and I've been thinking about I could get Brody up to rope drop a couple days, I think, and it needs to be kind of a banger deal, right? Like
Hmm.
it needs to be a good ride that we can kind of hype up, but we haven't done any of the coasters. We haven't done any type of the adrenaline rides yet. So I'm thinking like day one, if I was to take Brody to rope drop, say we're going to do like Hollywood Studios, I'm thinking like a starting to Slinky Dog Dash,
Okay.
maybe, because it's not intense. It's just kind of like it's going to be high. It's going to be, a little intimidating for him, but I thought that'd be a good one. But what would be some good other days and I'm good with rope drop in the same park, a couple days in a row, or if we wanted
Hmm.
to, but what would be some good rope drop rides for him that wouldn't be like, super out of this world, just, scaring, something that would keep him wanting to come back tomorrow. Wait, we got to wake up early. We're going to go rope drop. What you want to do?
I've been thinking on it. You told me you had a question. You were going to keep it secret from me, and then you typed it out in our shared notes.
I know
So,
I deleted the shared notes, but I knew it was too late.
so I saw it yesterday, and I've been thinking on it. Um,
It took me like 3 days. And I was
I
like,
mean, I think
golly.
if you think he'd ride Slinky, that'd be a good one. I don't know if he's a Toy Story Mania guy. The first thing that came into my head was Buzz, because it's new. Way like in Magic, because
Hmm.
they've got the new one out, so it's gonna have a little bit more of a weight than it normally would. Y'all are big Toy Story crew. Um, but if you're thinking he wants to try a like if you do Slinky and it's a success, then I think I'd go Mine Train. That's a big one for me. Um,
Also, the wildest ride in the wilderness would be rolling with
Wildest
a
Ride, that'd be a good one.
with a lowered height requirement.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's a
So
good call out. Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
You, you,
We're not gonna start day one on that one, but
yeah.
we'll
I
see.
don't think that's any more intense than Slinky, really.
I hadn't read that one in so long.
No, I think Slinky's a little more herky jerky than maybe not herky jerky, but a little more high speed. Slinky's kind of sneaky quick, you know.
Then it launches you at the end too.
I mean, really, at the end of my, so I didn't realize you were going to try roller coasters with him. When I was
I
thinking
don't
through,
know. I think
yeah,
if I could get him on one that was kind of subtle, that would really open it up. Maybe the bag a little bit, but
my boring answer was going to be anything that you think he might like to do that the rest of the crew doesn't want to do, or something that you think he might want to do twice.
yeah.
Even if it's not maybe it's speedway or whatever. I mean, usually you want to try to rope drop something that is going to have a wait later, but if he's going to want to do it twice or 3 times and everybody else isn't going to want to wait around while that's happening, go ahead and knock it out while they're not in the park, and that's y'all's thing.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts were he's not a morning person, so I need something that's kind of gonna get him fired up, and that's why if it were to work out with the adrenaline rise, I think that would be worthy of him wanting to get out of bed. But I don't know. I just thought about the other day. I was like, my family's not gonna rope drop it, and I would. I'm up anyway, and if I could drag him out, that'd be a cool little couple hours to spend with him before a breakfast reservation or something.
No, that would be awesome. And I mean, if he's tall enough for Slinky, I think that means he's tall enough for Tower of Terror too.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing that out
I
there.
know I thought about that. that one might send us back to the hotel.
If he doesn't like Barnstormer, maybe don't do Tower of Terror just yet. But
I was thinking like Expedition Everest might be a little bit. It's kind of a chill ride. It is backwards, but it's nothing.
I think
chaotic.
at his age, that's a kid by kid thing. Mm-hmm. And so truthfully, my experience with Ben, with my son, it was easier for me to get him to ride that stuff, talk him into it when we took him as a 5-year-old, and he didn't really understand what he was getting on, and he enjoyed it. When we took him back as a 7-year-old, he had time to think about it and look at it and be like, I don't know if I want to do that. So like we actually, he rode and like, I'm not saying I like tricked him into it and then he just did it. Like he did it, he enjoyed it, he wasn't thinking about any of that. And then once he got a little older, I have a much harder time getting him on stuff now. Yeah, maybe that's just a him thing, but
I got smart.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's definitely something we're gonna try, and I'd like just rack my brain of what would be a good day one starter if I could. I've had him watching the coaster from like a POV for Slinky Dog, and
put him in a laundry basket.
That's what I do with hold him up.
Yeah. Me and Ben used to do that all the time.
Mm-hmm. He likes doing that like dirt bike racing too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's just something to think about. And if anybody's got any comments of what they think, shoot us a DM. We'll read them. What else you got for the news?
Yeah. I wasn't actual news. I was just going to pretend like the poll was news. I put up a poll on Instagram. Was that yesterday? I've been toying with the idea of the options were a Cool Kid summer stay at the All-Star Sports. They've got that, we talked about in the last episode, they've got that deal for the $99 a night. We do 4 park days, each of the parks 1 day, and a pool day. So that's option number 1. So I guess that's 6 nights, 5 days, 1 pool day. Option number 2 would be wait until January and go on a cruise. I think it was either the Wish or the Fantasy. I think it was the Wish. And so it'd be a 3-night cruise and either a full or a half Magic Kingdom day after the cruise, and then heading on back to the house. That by my calculations, that'd be about $1,400 more expensive. Your thoughts?
The cruise would be $1,400 more expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough for me to not be biased to the parks just because I'm such a rookie in the parks. And the time difference too, because when you're thinking about the parks, I think and I don't know if it's part of the Cool Kids Summer, but they're offering again this year where you can, that first day that you arrive, you get free access to the water parks. And then, you can start your tickets the next day.
We don't fly though, for me.
Yeah, I guess you're showing up late.
We get there at 8 p.m.
Mm. Yeah, so I guess that's a wash of a day, but I don't know. I'm a big park guy. the cruises they're cool to watch and listen to people talk about, but right now we're just not having much interest in it because we're so much more to experience still just in the parks itself. And
Well, luckily the poll was split 50-50, so
me versus you.
no one's ever helped. No, we hadn't. I think it was like 16 or 18 votes or something.
Ain't bad.
But yeah, no, it started off hot for the cruises. I thought I was gonna hop on here and just tell you we're going on a cruise, but I don't know.
So
We'll
is
see.
this something y'all are wanting to do just in the meantime of getting to the
We're
parks?
just looking at, you know, we did our bounce back for September, but like I've got a lot of work stuff going on. Ben's gonna be in school in September. So we were just with that deal, we kind of started thinking, well, maybe we do the cool kids summer, and I mean we'd end up saving a good bit of money anyways. I think part of the holdup was we just like staying on the Skyliner, you know, going over to the All-Star Sports, but it'd be a heck of a lot cheaper. But Ben that's it. Cruise is the top of his bucket list. Like he wants to go on one so bad, and I'm the only one in the house who's been on one. I feel like they're at a good age for like the play club things where you can go drop them off in the Oceaneers lab. I think he's kind of at the perfect age for that. And it looked to me like the Oceaneers club, lab, whatever it is, they go to the same one, ages 3 through 10. So my kids are at the perfect age gap right now to where they could both go together, because my youngest ain't going without the oldest. The oldest would go all day long, but the youngest is not going to go without the oldest. So if I'm going to do a cruise, it probably needs to be in the next year and a half. You know, I guess it'd be 2 years. But
And you've done the parks enough to not be in my boat where you feel like I can't waste time. If I'm doing a Disney thing, I don't need to be doing anything but the parks, and that's where we're at. Yeah, I think if my littles were all about a cruise, it'd be hard to turn that down because I think a cruise would be sweet, to be honest. You know, just a cool, you know, chill vibe. And what would that be? One day at sea, one day at the island, and then
one day at the Bahamas, I think.
It'd be a good time just to see it all, especially like you said, with them being close enough in that same age to go to the child care together. That would be a good plus to doing it now.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it'd be cool. I don't know. Mulling it over.
Yeah.
We shall see.
And what's $1,500 when you're talking about a Disney vacation?
You're talking about memories.
Yeah, it's $1,500.
What's another 10, 15 grand?
Yeah, they just
Mickey Mouse is going to be there.
ain't none of it cheap, no way.
No, it's not.
That's the thing,
All right,
though, too.
well,
If you talk about what you're going to spend in 6 days at the park and food, you're going to be about even. I guess it'd be 4 days at the parks, but
if you're gonna,
because aren't you going to get food for free on the cruise?
no, that was factoring in food to the best of my ability as well. I put us in for, more or less. I put us in for $200 a day food.
Mm-hmm. So that's the full budget. Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, I like the extra days. That's one reason. As soon as I saw the boat, I was like, "Oh, I'm going with the extra days for sure, especially in the parks."
Well. No, you ain't wrong. It's still up for grabs. We'll see where we land. We're ready to jump in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Is this a list or a ranking? We don't really know, but here you go.
All right.
Tell us what we're listing.
It's going to be difficult because we've toyed with the name of it. We're going with the rides. I've got to tell you, you were smacking that table with that drink. I mean, you were. Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Let these folks know.
No, nobody's going to. It's the AI audio thing's going to audio you out. I'm just telling you here in the moment just because it shocked me.
I'm going to keep doing it. At least I ain't hitting my microphone.
It's just going to bother me. Nobody else is even going to know.
I'm waiting for you to play drums on your microphone.
I might.
About every other episode. It might be my phone. My phone's the one closest to the mic I keep putting down.
What are we doing? Okay, so first we were calling it like best bang for your buck rides, but really I think a better description of it, I don't know what we're going to call the episode, but would be the rides that are the best value for your time. What rides?
Yeah, what's worth your time?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
is worth your time? Not just the ride itself, but like based off of what their wait times normally are. Like maybe it's a great ride, but the wait time's always through the roof and you're not willing to deal with it. Or maybe it's, maybe the wait time's always 5 minutes, but you really just don't like the ride and you're not going to go ride it. So like where's that sweet spot of where you feel like you're getting more value back than what you're normally having to wait is what we're going for. It's going to be an incredibly long title. So a lot of acronyms.
Especially if you say all of that.
Yeah. So good luck. This description is going to be a small book. But I'll let you. Sounded like you had a lot of them. So I'll let you
I got 9, but
kick us
And
off.
I'm going to go, just starting off, I'm going to go like Nemo and Friends. I got 15 minutes ish. Average wait time is probably 15 minutes. You get a full ride. And as we've talked about in previous podcasts, it's a good ride. It's a fun ride. It's good music. It's a decent ride. And then you get kind of aquarium walkthrough at the end, I think for 15 minutes or less. I would almost call it a walk on the way the queue is. At 15 minutes, it's worth your money.
Let me ask you this. So I do like that one. Mainly because I'm not a huge Nemo the Ride fan. I think it's fun. I do love the aquarium. I'm an animal dude. But that can be a tricky one if you don't have time for the aquarium. I don't know about yours, but like my kids, once they get in that aquarium, is because you're exiting through the aquarium. So it's going to be hard to get them out of there if you don't have time for it. But if that's where you want to end up, then I agree. That's a great, hey, we're going in the aquarium anyways. Let's bebop on the ride as our entrance.
Right. My little guy, he likes the aquarium, seeing the sharks and the fish and everything. Usually we'll spend more time in the aquarium than we spent waiting in line. That's kind of one of the reasons it's on the list. Bang for your buck, you're getting a ride in an aquarium for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. If you got lunch reservations and little buddy wants to look at the fish, it's going to be a screaming, hollering all the way to wherever you're eating.
Right. No, solid pick though. Solid pick. All right, first one I had on my list. I'm gonna go. Got the shirt on right here. I'm gonna go Expedition Everest. That one, I don't know if it's because stuff in, Dino Land's kind of been mostly closed for a while now. The park, I feel like just capacity has been thinner. But I haven't seen it with a long wait in a hot minute. And usually if it's a long wait, it's not for long. I don't know what's going on right. I told Kathleen, I hate that we're not in Disney World right now. I was checking wait times earlier. It was 10 minutes. Flight of Passage was 30 minutes. Safari was 15 minutes. There's nobody in Animal Kingdom. Go ahead. Make your jokes.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumb people in the other parks.
Keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Folks keep firing shots at me on Instagram.
But you would admit, Expedition Everest, fantastic.
On my list.
And
I had it at an average of like 30 minutes, and it was still on my list at a 30-minute wait. That's
if I see Everest at 30 minutes, I'm getting on. I mean, that's probably my number one run, but I think it's no doubt a top tier. I think if it were, if it weren't always shorter, I'd wait an hour for Everest. I think it used to be a lot longer than that when the park was fuller, but yeah, that seemed like the one of the clear to me, like, great values.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with this next one. I could go with one of the big ones. It's just you're gonna be staying in line. I think I'm just gonna go and throw this one out. We're gonna go People Mover. You got 5-10 minute wait.
Yeah.
5-10 minute wait, and I love it, dude. And I'm sure there's people on it that want to call it a nap ride, and we've called it a nap ride just for the sake of the length of it. But the views you see are incredible. The length is incredible. I love the People Mover. I'd get on it if it had a 20-minute wait.
Yep. No, I'm 100% with you. That is kind of the way that I broke this up was like, what rides I started thinking about it. I was like, what rides am I pretty much hitting every single time, no matter what? And like that was on it like for sure. Like we're always
I don't even
we're
know
gonna
if it's
we're
a
gonna do it.
ride or if it's.
We're gonna do it 3 or 4 times probably.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you
how
don't
we
gotta
are.
wait, and it's chill. It's fantastic views. That was near the top of my list.
Yeah.
Next one I got here, I went with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates is I mean, there's just a lot of rides in Magic Kingdom. That is one of the OG classic, always going to be a good experience, water rides. And usually it's around 25 to 40 minutes maybe.
Yeah, that's what I
Sometimes it
call
can creep up just a little bit, but it's never one of those unless the park's just slammed that's going to be an hour or anything like that. And it's a fun queue. I never mind waiting in line for Pirates, and I'm going to do it every single trip. So
Didn't have it on my list. We're not a big Pirates ride. The first time we rode it, my little guy didn't love it, so it's kind of been the only time we've
so you're
tried
gonna
it. But
rope drop it.
rope drop it, yeah, just to start the trip off right. I'm gonna go Toy Story Mania. This is probably has a wide range of wait times. I've got it averaging probably around 40 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, it'll creep up to 60 pretty quickly if you're not careful. But for it to be the interactive game that it is, and the queue is awesome. It's like you just said, Toy Story Mania is something we're gonna hit every single time, probably 2 to 3 times a trip. It's worth the value for sure. Worth the price of admission.
Yep, was 100% on my list. I mean, it's just one of my favorite rides. That's another one. Even if it does creep up, like I'm finding some point during the day to get on that ride. Like I don't think I've been to Hollywood Studios in the past 15 years and not gotten on that ride. All right, my next one. I've got my first and kind of my only. Now there's one more, but my main big boy ride that has a long wait, but I'm saying, you know what, it's worth the wait, and I'm gonna do it every time. It's Rise of the Resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is one of the most incredible rides throughout Disney World. I think I said Everest was the 101. Rise of the Resistance probably the 101. If you're just factoring ride alone, like taking out the wait. But I'm gonna wait on Rise pretty much every time. The queue is awesome. The pre-show is awesome. The ride is awesome. Like it's the only thing that makes me nervous, truthfully, is when it has a long wait. Is I've been in the line more than once when it's broken down.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that makes me nervous about waiting a long time, because I feel like the longer I wait, that's just the more opportunity for that bad boy to shut down.
They'll normally honor you with some type of lightning lane opportunity, but
I think it depends on how far through the line you've gotten.
Mm.
I've had it before where I've only been waiting 20, 30 minutes, and
no bueno.
it was just see yourself out. Certainly if you're on the ride or you're right up toward the front or you get
Right.
evac'd or something, then yeah, they will. But if you hadn't been in the line that long, I've had them just kind of usher you out. But
Not waiting. I'm not
fantastic
waiting.
ride. You're
I'm
not waiting for Rise of the
us.
Resistance?
No, it's a great ride. We'll usually lightning lane it if we can. If the father-in-law, they're big Disney folks. I mean, Star Wars folks. I think that's in that one of the pay. You got to pay to ride it if you use a lightning
You
lane.
can pay like the extra.
I think sometimes they'll get it for kind of the whole group, and I'll ride it then. But if we can catch it, sub 30, we'll do it. But we're not standing in the
Sub 30.
60,
Yeah, so
70.
you're not doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll catch it right around 30, 45, and be kind of worth it. But yeah,
You've been
you're supposed to
like
an hour.
let me ask you. You've mentioned that before. Y'all sometimes do like the extra lightning lane, the like single one. Are y'all still doing? Whoop, there we go. Hit the mic. Are y'all still doing the
Yeah,
the
all
normal
through
lightning
the
lanes?
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do
'Cause
the normal.
I've never bought just like a single lightning lane. Like I pretty much my mission is to set up all the multi-pass, I think is what you call it, lightning lanes, around me going to wait in the big boy line. And I'll have a few of the big ones that I go wait in, and we'll set everything else up around that.
Right. No, yeah, we that's one reason that the rope dropping things kind of struck my interest. this coming up trip is to try to knock out a big one, you know, with no wait as soon as the park opens. But yeah, we'll normally do Tron. I think we'll usually do Tron once a trip. I
Mhm.
think Seven Dwarfs is a paid ride.
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes we'll hit it. Rise if they're wanting to do it, and you know, and they're catching that one out, we'll do it. But usually the multi pass is what we go with. You know, I guess we can set it up way far out before the trip and kind of go on and get your days scheduled or how you want to, what you're going to hit then. But we have done both. We have the multi pass and the single lightning lane.
Do you know if you get to do that? I know y'all are renting DVC points this time. Do you still get that 7
Yeah, you
day
still
out
get
window?
you still get all the perks.
Okay.
Is it
Nice.
yeah? Is it 7? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 if
I
you're
don't
at
know for
resort, and it's
facts.
3 if you're not.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure because you still get your what's the dinner reservations are 60 days out. You still get that perk. So I'd assume you get your lightning lane.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Somebody's gonna comment on this, be like, "This dude right here don't know what he's talking about." But from my understanding, you should get all the same perks you would if you were going through Disney.
Right.
So I'm not my big one off next. I'm standing in line for Guardians every time. It sucks. 70 minutes, 75 minutes, 90 minutes. Not fun, but the rides, I'm not leaving Disney World without riding it. It's my favorite. It's my one of one. Like you said, it's going top step on the box. It's the best ride in the park for me for sure.
Unpopular opinion, but I think that's the rise for me. Like I told you I hadn't done it the past 2 times we went. I've only ridden the ride
What?
once.
What, Guardians?
Guardians. Yeah. And it's really it's not like, oh, I don't want to wait in the line. It's the rest of my family's done it. My youngest isn't tall enough, and me and her will go do Nemo in the aquarium while they're doing that. So that's kind of, you know, we could go do the child swap and stuff, but usually it's like, hey, let's go do Remy's or something whenever they get done. And it's some of that is just a motion sick thing.
Yeah.
I did not get sick the first time, but I could see where all the opportunities lied
Yeah.
for
If
me
you're not
to
careful,
get sick.
we will definitely mark that one off the sick list.
Right, right. That's one that that I think could ruin my day if I let it.
Yeah.
So
I definitely could see that. You know, it's as soon as you take off, it kind of you turn one way and spin the other, and that gets you. That's gonna be a long, long ride.
anything that's got a screen, I don't know what they're doing up there. Make me look at stuff that ain't there.
It'll get you.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, I'm gonna go scrape a little closer to the bottom of the barrel here, but a great value for your time. I'm going PhilharMagic. I love the PhilharMagic. It's a solid little show when you're going through the chaos of Magic Kingdom and Fantasyland specifically, and you're like, I need to chill out for 20 minutes. Here's a 10-minute wait with a good show in the AC. For me, never disappoints. The kids love the 3D glasses. Like, I think that's just a good classic one that it wasn't open this last time, but when it's open, we pretty much hit PhilharMagic every time.
Never hit it.
Well, I think Brody'd be about it. Give it a go. Not like I know Brody's taste in films, but I think he'd really like
He
this
might
one.
like it. He might like that one.
Or my son used to call it that horror movie.
Is it the scary movie? Yeah.
No, he didn't think it was scary. He was trying to say Philhar. He just called it the horror movie.
Horror movie.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Brody might like it. I'll go. I'm gonna go Pooh. And this one of those that'll creep up on you.
Yeah?
Winnie the Pooh, you can probably catch it 30, 35 minutes about all the time, but it's one of the staples. We're going to stand in line. It's one of the queues we've talked about. Use interactive queue. It kind of helps pass the time by. It's also one that's pretty easy to get a lightning lane to. So we do get to avoid the line a lot of the time, but if a random evening we're headed back to Magic Kingdom, we're going to jump in the line and sometimes I think the meet and greet's kind of right next to it, so the littles get to see the characters even if they're not
Wow.
taking pictures with them. But it's
I
good
like
little
that
wait.
we're hitting some different ones here. Not on my list. That one, I don't know. That one just like you said, it can creep up on you a bit, and I don't think that's as high, quite as high on our list as for the Magic Kingdom ones. Now, like you said, if it's got a lightning lane, like we still ride it, but it's normally a lightning lane. I don't remember the last time we've actually gone and waited for the poo ride.
Yeah,
But
that's the good thing about the lightning lane, and this is obviously not part of what we're even discussing, but with poo, you can always grab it. Like you can burn through your lightning lanes that morning and catch a poo like mid-afternoon on a lightning lane pretty easy. So kind of
right,
always avoid it if you're willing to spend a little bit extra for the lightning lanes.
yeah, that is a good. I mean, especially for I guess good tip for um, it's a ride that creep up in wait time, and on the same hand, it seems like people don't get lightning lanes for it. So yeah, that's if you're doing lightning lanes, that one's kind of always hanging out there. I like it. All right, let's see. Where are we at? I'm going Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Mm-hmm.
That one to me, I feel like we talked about this on a show not that long ago. I think that's one of the best rides, especially when you've got younger kids in the park. It's fantastic. I don't know. I love the little show they got going with it. And I mean, I have waited in a longer Mickey and Minnie's line, but I feel like a lot of times it's kind of more like Pirates. Like you can somewhere in that 25 to 45 minute range where it's you may have to wait a little while, but it's not going to break your day either. So that's one that's a must do every time we're in the park.
Yeah, the good thing about that one too, and it's kind of like Pirates. It's kind of like some of these other rides. Toy Story may be one of the things. You're never standing still in the queue. It's always kind of they're running so many people through the cars, whatever you want to call them, that you're never really just standing there waiting, having to figure out what game you're gonna play on
Hmm.
your phone. You're always walking, and it kind of makes the time tick a little quicker, I guess. But that is a good one. It's also one to easily overlook because it's not part of a land in Hollywood Studios. Kind of just right there at the end of this main street. So it's kind of easy to overlook when I'm thinking about a list because I didn't even have that on my list, but that is one that I would stand in a line for. Definitely worth the
Yeah,
value.
for sure.
My next one, I'm gonna go with another big boy that I didn't know if I want to put on the list or not, but I love Tron, and I'm gonna put Tron on the list just for the sake of it. Don't matter how long you wait. As soon as you take off and you come out into the light, you're kind of headed up and you can see Magic Kingdom, you forget about the whole line. You're no longer mad that you've just been standing there for 75 minutes and I wrestled with putting it on the list because we're not gonna hit it every time. It is one that we're gonna try to buy a lightning lane for if we can. Um, but worth the value for me
Yeah,
if you like that type of ride.
I could see that being worth it for a lot of people. That's another one that's kind of like Guardians for me. I don't think I'm gonna get sick on it.
Mm.
But usually that's just me and Kathleen, we kind of divvy up the rides. Like, hey, you get to do these ones, I get to do these ones. As far as the stuff that who's waiting with the youngest, and that's one where Kathleen's always going on
Yeah, you
Tron.
take it.
Yeah. So that's another one I've only ridden it once. Um, and it's we even went through the process of the rider swap this last time, and we got up there, and my son was like, "No, I don't want to do that again." So I was like, "Okay, well, we'll just you know, I'm not
On
gonna
to
go
the
do it by
next.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just keep rolling."
Problem is
I
it's so
figured you'd have that
quick.
one on there.
Yeah, these adrenaline rides are so quick. It's what feels like 45 seconds. I don't know the ride length, but it feels like 45 seconds. You're like, golly, wait for an hour and a half just
That's why
to.
truthfully, that's one reason I'm a big Expedition fan.
It is a longer ride.
It's the slow trek up. It's stopping, waiting, going backwards, stopping, waiting, going back for like it's it's a little bit lengthier. You
Yeah.
know. All right. At this, what we're at. Let's just keep rolling through them. You can just go
Just
ahead and finish out here.
I got one more good one. And then I'll end it
I've
with that one.
technically got three more, but some of these are definitely just honorable mentions. I'm gonna go Tower of Terror. Another big boy ride. I don't know if it's just the Star Wars land being and Toy Story Land being a thing now, but it feels like it's always a much shorter wait than what it was back in the day. That was another one I was telling you. I was looking at wait times today. It was at 15 minutes, just middle of the day.
That's crazy.
Nobody on Tower of Terror. I have had it where I remember 2 trips ago we went and one of the elevators was down. So that obviously, if something like that happens,
Slow
it's
you
going
up
to
a good bit.
skyrocket up. But I feel like it's usually, anything I can get on that's like a big boy ride like that for under 50, 60 minutes. Like, I think that's a pretty solid
Definitely worth the
value.
value there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Tower Terrace. It's one we usually don't hit every trip just because of the littles, and it's not a family favorite, I guess. But definitely I will hit it if I get the opportunity. Next, I'm gonna go safari. Y'all Animal Kingdom folks out there,
There we go.
we're gonna go to the safari.
Hold on, before you get too deep into this, I was just so that you didn't rag on me. I'm gonna show you my list right here.
Yeah, figured
I
you'd have
had
P1.
Safari. I had it over Tower of Terror, and I skipped it to say Tower of Terror.
I figured you had it P1, and then you went extra safer. I was like, so it'd be P2.
Huh? No, it was
Yeah,
right
I'm going
there.
safari. Going safari. It may not be worth the value sometimes if all the animals are locked down and they're not giving you anything to look at. It's kind of just on a bumpy ride for the next half hour. But I've never experienced that, to be honest. I know you've talked about a rainy day is about the best time to do it because they're all up and on their feet, but we've never done it in a rainy day, and we're still getting the full echelon of all the animals up, giraffes everywhere, and it's always worth the value, whatever the wait is. I don't see it much over 45 minutes. I'm gonna say, but I think it's definitely worth the value at 45 minutes to an hour.
I would agree. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I've done it a lot less than that. Like I told you earlier today, it was at 15, 20 minutes, something like that. It's another one. I think it's just Animal Kingdom's just obviously it depends on time of year and all kinds of other stuff, but I think there's just not as many people with it being a half the park's closed at the moment. But no, solid ones. Okay, I'll go ahead and throw in my last. You may have seen it on my list right there. I'm gonna call this an honorable mention because it's not even a ride. I had the Gorilla Falls and Maharaja Jungle Trek, the exploration trails. Because you talk about, if we're talking about not having to wait, there's literally no line. And they're saying, yeah, I'll give you that. That part's a zoo. It's literally a zoo. But it's a very well just navigated loop where they've got all kinds of cool exotic animals jam-packed into this one little loop. And if you don't want to really stop and look at them, there's no wait to get in, and it's, a 10, 15-minute walk through where you get to see a lot of cool stuff in a super short period of time. So, had that on my list as just being a good value. They don't let you take drinks in, so get you a coffee, put it in the bottom of the stroller, walk quickly, and then you can pull it out, and then nobody will say anything. So, pro
My
tip.
call. That's Caleb there. I ain't Disney. Don't
Pro
come after
tip.
me. Don't come after me. I'll be putting my
Next time I show
coffee in
up,
a
there's-
trash can.
He's going to have a bunch of cast member guards standing there.
Yeah, you're the dude that said they put his coffee in the bottom of the stroller. Let me see that stroller real quick.
I'm not going to give it to the monkeys. I'm going to drink it
I'm
myself.
gonna drink it myself, guys. Chill out. I thought about going a little cheap shot. Any walk on for us is worth the value. I hate It's a Small World, but if it's a walk on, we're gonna ride it, and it's gonna be worth your time. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because of the Disney magic that's kind of running through our family at the time right now, where we're just all gung ho about anything Disney, but anything that's a walk on. Dumbo.
I'd
worth
kill to
it.
be on Small World right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Dumbo.
Sitting here
It's-
talking to you, looking at you in your garage. I'd much rather be on Small World.
I'd much rather be on Small World, Dumbo, or anything. Carousel Progress. So anything that's a 5-10 minute wait, it's worth it. It's worth it for us for sure.
No, in the grand scheme of things, I would agree.
Thought about taking
sure.
that first and being like, he's going to rag on me if I say that first.
Yes, I would
anything
have,
with 5
for sure.
minutes wait.
Anything. What's the best value? Anything you don't have to wait for.
Anything. That's funny. We both had the big rides, and they weren't the same.
Yeah, no. Solid though.
Yes.
I think that was
Good little-
pretty good. Pretty good.
You got
All right,
anything
brother.
else?
You got anything?
I don't think so.
I do not.
Well, you want to sign it off? You may do it.
I've never done it before, so I'm gonna let you
I know.
keep doing
I want you to do it because every time I do it, I'm like, am I doing this right or wrong? But guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, shoot us a DM if you
You're
got
really
any
good
comments
at
or
it.
questions.
Don't mess it up.
I'd be saying, I'd be like, I don't even know if there's a like button anywhere, but don't forget to shoot us a DM if you got any comments or if you got any questions. Give us a follow back, and we'll catch y'all next time on the Wildest Dads in the Wilderness. See ya.
5-star reviews. See y'all.